Hi everybody. We want to compare two kinds of popular storage: HPE 3-par with EMC Unity. We want to speak about the difference between these two kinds of storage in provisioning perspective. Our goal is to compare these two kinds of storage about how they can use resources, how they can play with physical disks in both of this storage. First, we start the compare in EMC Unity. In EMC Unity, if you want to configure the storage, for example, if you want to choose 5 disks as a resource for storage configuration, you should create a pool. So we should create a pool with these 5 disks. We know that we can create it as a homogeneous or heterogeneous. But when we want to create the pool, we should define some things. The first is type of RAID, or RAID type. What kind of the RAID we want to use? We can choose RAID 1, RAID or RAID 1 plus 10, RAID 5, or RAID 6. Also, we should choose the RAID set. Now, we want to explain about the RAID set concept in EMC Unity. EMC Unity, based on each RAID type, choose something as a RAID set. For example, if we want to use RAID 5 and we choose the RAID set as a 4 plus 1, what does it mean? This means in this pool, for example, if we want to copy the data type, for example, our data type is A will divide in 5 parts. 4 as a data and 1 as a parity. So we want to see the provisioning of this pool for the data as A. It will be used something like this: A1 divided as A1, A2, A3, A4, AP. A1 to A4 are as a data and AP as a parity. We know that in all of the RAIDs, except this one as a mirror, in the parity RAID like RAID 5 and RAID 6, the parity will be distributed in all type of the hearts in the pool. For example, if another block of data we want to write is B, in this pool it is same as A, 4 parts, for the 1P. It can be different. It can choose the parity as a different disk. For example, maybe it is it is something like this: B1, B2, B3, B4, BP. If we look at the distribution of data on the disk, we can see that based on the RAID set, data will be distributed in all members of the pool based on RAID set. For example, if we had 10 disks in the pool, we had another 5 disks and distribution like same as before. For example, for block C, it can be something like this: C1, C2, C3, C4, CP. We know that the means of the parity is we have totally as a one disks as a parity in the pool, but it is distributed in all of the disk space inside the pool. Now, from outside perspective, what kind of this distribution means? We understand that in Unity storage, when we choose some disk in a pool, for example, same as our example, if we create the pool with 5 disks and RAID 5 and also RAID set 4+1. These 5 disks will be defined an object like pool 1, and all of these disks really locked in the pool object. So until the pool is live and this relation between the members in the pool, we can't use this kind of the disks for other type of data outside the pool. So if we want to create LAN inside the pool, these disks will be shared in distribution, as I mentioned previously. In the pool, they will use it. But now we want to check and compare the same example, but in another storage type, HPE 3PAR. What happens if we want to use it in HPE 3PAR? In our example, same as before, 5 disks. We want to use RAID 5 and we want to choose RAID set 4+1. Now what happened in HPE 3PAR? HPE 3PAR choose these 5 disks inside the object as CPG, common provisioning groups. We will define the RAID and the RAID set when we want to define the CPG. Now, what will be difference between 3PAR and EMC? In 3PAR, when you choose the CPG or define the CPG, all of the disk space defined in object like chunklet. Chunklet means block of 1 GB capacity. So all of this capacity of physical disk define an object like chunklet. So chunklet is the logical concept, and upper than chunklet we have logical disk. Logical disk will choose based on RAID set. Based on RAID set, logical disk can choose the chunklet. For example, if we have 4+1 RAID set, logical disk will choose 1 GB on disk 1, another 1 GB on disk 2, another from 3, 4, and 5. But this is only 1 GB for data wants to write on the disks based on the role of logical disks. So we can see that in 3-part concept of chunklet is the amount of space that we can use from the physical disks. But these kind of the disks inside the CPG will not lock to this CPG only. What does it mean? Now I can create another object like CPG2. This is a new object. We have CPG1 with these 5 disks. Now I want to create CPG2. Now, when I want to create CPG2, I can say I want RAID 10 and I want RAID set 2+2. So again, logical disks in this CPG want to choose the disks, but how can choose it? 1 GB from, for example, disk 1, 1 GB from disk 2, 1 GB from disk 3, and 1 GB from disk 4. What happened? We have CPG1, CPG2, and both of them share the same 5 disks from the HPE 3-part. So if we want to compare between EMC Unity and 3-part as a storage provisioning, we can say that Unity choose disk 1 physical disks like a 1 chunklet, but 3-part use 1 GB as a chunklet. So we can say that in Unity based on the pool concept, disks dedicated, locked, fix RAID set, and all inside same pool. But in 3PAR, we can utilize all disk for different RAIDs and RAID set. So in Unity, 5 disks participate in pool with RAID 5 and RAID set 4+1 only available for this pool. So never and ever any other parts of the Unity cannot use 5 disks until they have a membership of this pool. But in 3PAR, if we have 5 disks, we can have CPG 1 with RAID 5 and RAID set 4+1 on this same disk, and also CPG 2, for example, with RAID 10 and RAID set 2+2 again on this same 5 disks. This is the main difference between Unity, EMC Dell Unity, and HPE 3PAR based on storage provisioning. Thank you.